WUSA 9 Weather Watch Alert is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
Good evening, I'm WUSA 9 meteorologist Topper Shutt. We have a weather watch alert for tomorrow. No surprise there. We put that out several days ago. Now let's talk about the latest snowfall map. Caitlin and I finished this before 4 o'clock, and we haven't changed a lot. We backed up this trace to 2 inches a little further north and west. Remember, gray is the color of our base map, so that means nothing there. So a trace to 2 inches, Fairfax, maybe up to the spur, Gaithersburg, Leesburg, you're kind of on the cusp of a trace to 2 to 4. I think certainly west of Route 15, you'll see 2 to 4 inches. But the bullseye hasn't really changed either. You know, I-81 and west, Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Cumberland, 4 to 6 inches there. May not even be a pure snow in this bullseye, but it'll be like a 90% snow. But places like, you know, Clarksburg and even Leesburg and Fairfax and Gaithersburg, any snow you get, say early Saturday afternoon, it's going to be washed away with rain by evening. So just keep that in mind. Don't worry about shoveling. It'll take, nature will take care of itself. So that's the latest in terms of accumulation. And we'll update that at 11 o'clock, of course, with new model data. Here's the storm. In some respects, a classic storm for us coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's what it does after that that's causing us some problems. Because if this had a perfect track, there's enough cold air. If it took this white line here, there would be plenty of cold air for a pure snow. The trouble is it's going to go east of Atlanta, kind of almost in the Tennessee Valley, and then either recenter or just simply track eastward. It stays south of us, but the problem is when it gets to this position, it pulls up a lot of warm air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and we lose the chance for snow. So that's what is going to happen. Again, the red, mainly rain, that's what's going to happen. The white, snow, and really a perfect snowfall track, but we can't get that. Okay, so weather watch alert. Here's what we know. We're looking at plan on a burst of wet snow or a mix on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. D.C. north and west. And then it's far, far from a pure snow. Heaviest, again, we've not changed this since Tuesday. Heaviest along and west of I-81 and north of I-70. Moderate to heavy rain pretty much everywhere except for extreme north and west between 2 p.m. Saturday and 7 p.m. Saturday. So even just going out Saturday evening, whether it's snow or rain, it can be a miserable night to be on the roads. And really, the way things look now, I think it's best to stay off of I-68, you know, Hagerstown West, and off of I-81. That's going to be treacherous Saturday late morning and afternoon. Okay, this is the latest update on the warnings and advisories. The white, that is a winter storm warning, which is pretty much where they turned the watches from yesterday into warnings. It does include Frederick County, Maryland, and of course along and west of I-81. About 3 o'clock this afternoon, Weather Service did extend some of the winter weather advisories. Not so sure I agree with that, but you know, it includes Howard County now and Montgomery County. Essentially, it goes to the I-95 corridor, which is essentially our kind of cutoff of the possibility of accumulating snow. So it makes some sense. And it was cold last night. It was 20 at Dulles this morning and 27 at National. So the ground's not nearly as warm as it has been. So it could accumulate if we get a little burst. Now, this is the graph model. It's our local model. I think it's a wee bit slow on the onset. But, you know, you see the mix down toward Culpeper. Blue is snow. All right, the magenta there is the mixture, which could be a number of things. Could be snow and rain, could be snow and sleet, could be rain and snow. This is just rain in green. All right, it overspreads the metro very quickly by 10 o'clock. And the blue is snow. Frederick, Leesburg has this warm nose of air up to 70. I think we could see some snow by 10 o'clock as far south as Gaithersburg, maybe even Potomac, maybe even Fairfax. Now, by the time we get to 1 o'clock, look at the heavy rain. Look at the orange. Wow. And the yellow. Crazy. The blue confined to, again, north of I-70. There's that line. And I-81 and west. Again, that's at 1 p.m. By 4 p.m., wow, this model is really moving this fast, isn't it? Look at all the yellows. Even some red. That's incredible rainfall rates. Maybe even the rumble of thunder down toward the northern neck. That's about 4 o'clock. And then, boom, it's gone. At least this model has it out. By 7 o'clock, if you had to go out, With this model, you wouldn't have to worry about rain or snow. You may have to worry about, some snow-covered roads well north and west of town, but most models are bringing it out pretty quickly. Now, different model, NAM, 730. Notice the precip is all the way to 95 past Baltimore. Remember, the model I showed you a minute ago had it to Culpeper, so a little different in timing. Doesn't change much, though. By 12 o'clock, we still have this massive area of rain and a mix and snow. And this has, rain also all the way almost to Frederick. Again, pure snow, Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and that's not a lock. By the time we get to, say, 1:30, look at the red down in Culpeper. Those are amazing rainfall rates. Very dynamic situation here. And some of this yellow could be a little bit of sleet. Some of the yellow could be a little bit of heavy snow with temperatures, around 32 and the snow line very close. That will often refract a little more of a signal back to the radar. That's why we get these bright colors. So that's 1:30. Now, by 3:30, this model, too, has the system pretty far out. And temperatures still hanging on around freezing, Hagerstown west over toward Cumberland. And then by 6 o'clock, the NAM says, yeah, you can go out. Don't have to worry about any rain or any showers or any snow. In fact, it'll be clearing by 9 o'clock. Notice the winds now turn northwest. Okay, here are the side-by-side comparisons. The European model on your right and the GFS on your left. Pretty similar. European model has a little farther, south and east accumulating snow to Gaithersburg, almost to Manassas, while the GFS has it north, certainly north and west of Manassas, and has also a little heavier amounts out toward Hagerstown, but essentially pretty close in terms of snowfall. So, in addition to that, we got to worry about rainfall. Man, this is a pretty big rain event. Everybody has essentially an inch of rain across the board. So that's why if you have any snow, the rain will wash it away. And we actually still need the rain. Actually, it's a good thing to have some good soaking rain. Okay, snowfall, DCA. 0, 0, 0, 1.5 for the gem. That's the winner, and 0.1 for the European model. I think you're going to see some snowflakes or sleet pellets in DC. Accumulation is going to be tough. Leesburg. The graph has about 2.2 inches as well as the NAM, inch and a half for the GFS and 6.2 for the GEM and about 2 inches for the European model. If you were with us late last night, the NAM had like 7 inches in Leesburg. So there you go. But even Leesburg, if you get this amount of snow, I think it's going to end up washed away. Even if you get the 6 inches, it's going to go to rain, certainly east of Route 15. Okay, let's do a timeline here. All right, Saturday, 6 a.m. to noon. Snow or a mix well north and west. What does that mean? Think of Frederick and Winchester. Snow, mix, or rain west of I-95. Now think of D.C., Fairfax, Rockville. And yes, for our friends down in southern Maryland, rain south and east. Think of Waldorf and La Plata in St. Mary's County. That's 6 a.m. to noon. Noon to 6. Snow goes to a mix or rain well north and west, even Frederick and Winchester. If we had a mix, it will go to heavy rain west of I-95. Again, think of D.C., Fairfax, Rockville, obviously still heavy rain into southern Maryland. And now the models, I'm kind of on board getting this out of here pretty quickly. The mix ends well north and west early. Think of Frederick, Winchester, Hagerstown. And the rain ends early across the DMV, early, 8 o'clock maybe. Think of D.C., Fairfax, Rockville, and Waldorf. So it's going to be a very quick-hitting system. Pretty dynamic system, but a very quick-hitting system. All right, let's go through some models. This is the NAM snowfall output. This is updated about 3-4 hours ago. This is at noon. A little bit of snow out to the west of I-81. By 3 o'clock, maybe an inch in Frederick, 4 inches Cumberland, Romney. By 9 o'clock, only at 1.7 in Leesburg. There's the bullseye, 6-7 inches. So we get that 4 to 6 band plus. 9.7 in Cumberland. Might be a little crazy, but you get the idea. I mean, this is essentially where the storm is going to be. It's not an I-95 corridor storm by any means. All right. GFS map form of the precip. So this is 9 a.m. Saturday. There's your mix. Notice it has the mix to D.C. That's why I think we could see some wet snowflakes or sleet pellets early on in D.C. And then 12:30, there comes the rain. There comes the warm nose of air. Still snow, though, Hagerstown and Martinsburg. Boom, look at this. This model takes everything to rain, almost to the Frederick, line, really. And then, boom, still has snow hanging on in that little area, Hagerstown, Cumberland, and back there. And then, boom, by 7:30, heavy rain gone. There's the storm right there. If you want snow, you'll want that offshore. And it's gone to a mix everywhere, even down to Luray. It's gone to a mix. And then it also clears it out, maybe not quite as early, but by midnight, it's gone. That means the Commanders game will be dry, all right? So GFS snowfall. By 10 o'clock, maybe 1/10 of an inch in Gaithersburg. By 3 o'clock, 4 or 5 inches, Cumberland, Romney, Hancock. By 10 o'clock at night, not much, only 1.3 in Leesburg, but there's your bullseye, 6, 7, 8 inches in that little kind of area west of I-81 and over toward Cumberland. And that will continue west of the divide even into Sunday. European model, 3 o'clock Saturday, 0.4 Leesburg, 0.1 in DCA, and by 8 o'clock, less than 2 inches in Frederick and Leesburg. That's what really varies from the other models. And instead of 8 inches, it's got 6.6 or so in Cumberland and Romney. So is there time for a shift? Yeah, but probably not going to happen. Don't see any dramatic changes. And really, the storm hasn't changed that much as we've gone through the week. So weather watch alert tomorrow. Snow mixed to rain, blustery on Sunday, some morning clouds, but dry for the Commanders game, but cold. It's a 425 game. You're going to lose the sunshine. Bundle up. Pleasant on Monday, also upper 40s. Tuesday, another storm comes. This storm, we're missing this snow by about 1,000 miles. This is going to be a Great Lakes snow on Tuesday. We may have a brief period of some sleet or snow well north and west, but then everything kicks to rain. We go in the 50s. We might even hear the rumble of thunder Tuesday night. 49 morning showers, a windy on Wednesday. Nice on Thursday, low 50s, and then increasing clouds Friday. Still a pretty good day. Temperatures near 50. All right, so that's the latest. We will see you tonight at 11. I'll have 2 new model runs, and we'll see if things have shifted a little to the east. If not, for now, I'm meteorologist Topper Shutt.